27 people last week, to my shocking surprise, took on my course to convert their brain into a deep learning brain model. And I'm just so surprised. I'm hugely thankful. But this is where the work begins. And this is where the work starts. And I'm really committed that you don't just take this course and feel good about yourself for the next 1 or 2 months, that this happens to change your life for the rest of your life. Because the key is to change your brain into a deep learning brain model, and then to convert your life into a life full of adventure, full of exploration, full of discovery, and to this point where you use knowledge to apply to a problem that you care for, and from there to find your calling. So I'm excited. Now, I called every single one of those people that took on my course to thank them, to see where they're at, to talk about their life, because I'm really committed that everyone that takes on this course changes their journey. I want this to be a lifelong experience. It can't be something you feel good about yourself. It can't be something that I'm feeling good, I'm feeling great, and in 2 months' time we're still the same. This has to impact your life. So it's really important, because I know these practices changed my life. And so I'm committed to make sure that everyone that takes on, now I know it's a high task, I know it's a big call, but I'm committed that everyone that takes on this course has a life-changing experience like they've never experienced before. That's my commitment to you, and that's what I'm going to be trying to do. So thankful. One of the themes for me that was interesting during the conversations that I had with the 27 people, so I will call you if you take on this course, because I do want to have a conversation. I do want to understand where you're at, especially where you are emotionally and how you're feeling and so on. But one of the central themes that came out of that, which is a little bit concerning, I can't believe how much anxiety is out there. I can't believe how many people are under a lot of stress. I can't believe how many people are depressed. There's a lot of anxiety, there's a lot of unhappiness out there, there's a lot of dissatisfaction out there. And what shocked me the most was when I asked, why do you have anxiety? Why do you feel so anxious? Why are you feeling so sad? One of the main reasons I got was financial stress. I couldn't believe this. Now, I don't know whether this, I've got no idea. I haven't done a lot of research on this, but from the 27 people that I spoke to last week, many of them are trying this because they believe that if it can change their brain, if they can tap into their feelings and emotions and tap into other areas of their brain, it might be able to help them and to help their anxiety. Now, I'm not claiming it's going to help your anxiety, nor am I claiming it's going to help your financial stress. I don't know. I know it's helped me. I know it's helped me with my financial situation. I know it's helped me with my anxiety, because as you become a deep learner, you become more valuable in the market. And as you become a deep learner, you start to find the goals. You start to find the goals that are important to you. And through there, you find your calling. So these practices change your mindset. By changing your mindset, we change our actions, we change our results, we change our life. Okay? It's a long-term progression. Okay? And once we change our brain a little bit, and we change it a little bit more and a little bit more and a little bit more, before you know it, you're doing things you never even imagined. But this concerned me. This here concerned me, and this here concerned me a lot because I didn't know, I didn't realize why I'm attracting people that are under financial stress and people that have anxiety. I'm assuming people who have financial stress are coming here because they want to improve their value in the marketplace. By becoming deep learners, you will improve your value, and I believe that will happen, and I will help you make sure that happens. But the high levels of people going through anxiety and depression because of financial stress surprised me. And I don't know what data is out there. I'm going to speak to a few people that I know. I don't know how serious it is, but from the people, it's only a small portion. It's only 27 people. But the overwhelming majority are under financial stress and are going through high levels of anxiety. And some people have been suicidal, some people are on antidepressants, some people have got treatment and help from others, but it's still not helping here. So, I'm going to talk about politicians. And I truly believe, and I really believe this, I think every politician, I think 99% of all the politicians that go into politics really believe that they're doing good. I truly believe that, okay? I don't believe anyone goes into politics, it doesn't matter what your political persuasion is, I don't believe anyone goes into politics to sincerely do bad. That's my belief, okay? And so most politicians go in there thinking they're going to change the world, thinking they're going to do good. And their actions, the actions of what they are doing is going to affect a lot of people's financial stress and their feelings and anxiety. What politicians do affects this. And so, how do we know? How do you know as a surface learner? And let me repeat, for those who don't know what a surface learner is, a surface learner is what the majority of people have been programmed by politicians, not the current politician, we're going back 100, 150 years ago, through the education system to become surface. And I will use the word coded. I'm going to use the word coded because what the surface learner is giving someone information so that they can reproduce it and then follow a process to get a reward. And so if you look at the education system, we were reproducing information that we were given to get a grade and then to follow a process. And through life, that became automated. So if you go post-school, this is how we were programmed to live. Here's the information, reproduce it, question a little bit, follow the process that they gave you, and then do that for the next 20, 30 years. And that is what a surface learner is. And politicians now, that's easier to control. That's easier to get information to. That's easier to basically, hey, this is what we're doing, and this is how we're going to do it, and this is what you're going to do. Now, that's okay if this person, and I'm calling this the people, that's okay if this person is getting benefits. But if this person here is now ending up here and ending up here, now, I don't know what the stats are on suicidal people, I don't know what the stats are on depression, I don't know what the stats are on anxiety, I have no idea. I'm just going on my conversations that I've had this past 4 or 5 days. But if surface learners are feeling like this, because it doesn't matter what you say, you can't change my feelings and emotions. You can try. And politicians can try and tell people that I'm doing everything great and I'm doing things that for your benefit. I'm doing this for your benefit, yeah? But if I'm feeling like this and I don't know why, and I'm somehow believing you as a surface learner because I don't know. I don't know whether you're telling me the truth or not. No idea. I mean, the Reserve Bank governor, he looks like a nice guy. I mean, they've increased interest rates 12 times in a row. Now, I know a lot of people, and I've been in the financial game. I know a lot of people that are going through this. Now, I don't know whether they're going through this, because I haven't asked them, but I know a lot of people that are going through this. And if these two are connected, what I'm saying to these people out there that are making these decisions. Now, the head of the Reserve Bank, he's not a politician, he's not an elected person, yet he's making these decisions that it's affecting a lot of people here. It's affecting our lives. And we don't even know why. They're telling us inflation. Again, I don't know enough about it. They're telling us, oh, we're going to try and keep inflation down, okay? The devastation, if this is correct, the financial stress and the anxiety and the potential suicides that some of these people are making, I hope they understand the consequences of that. I hope they understand that every time you raise interest rates, every time you raise costs, every time you do something, the financial stress that you're causing on mums and dads and hard-working people is devastating. And the feelings and emotions, you can't change that. But the problem is, this is the problem is, most people, they are feeling anxiety. Most people, they do have a belief that, okay, some people believe that some of the politicians are trying to do their best, and some people don't, and some people don't know. There's a lot of people that don't trust anyone anymore. And unfortunately, a lot of people, and I get this a lot, okay? A lot of people don't even trust the media anymore. The media used to be the voice for the people, not for the politicians. The media was there to do one thing, to be the voice for the surface learner. So the politicians created a surface learner, an overwhelming majority of surface learner, and the media was there to protect them, to give, to educate them, to do the exploration, to do the discovery, to go out there and make sure that what these guys are doing, because sometimes our politicians, and I say this because I know these politicians, I really sincerely believe most of the politicians, as I said, are doing their best, but sometimes they could be also surface learners. They're probably reproducing information from someone else that gave them that information and then following the process. So if our politicians are surface learners and they're creating policies that are affecting surface learners who then are reproducing that, the problem with that is people, hard-working people, middle Australia, people on the lower end, they're feeling the effects of this. They're feeling the effects of, they can't run away from the feelings and the emotions and the devastation that's going on at the moment. So I really hope the politicians, the ones that are really calling the shots, I hope they understand what's going on here and the kind of stress. And I'm saying the potential stress because I haven't done a lot of research on this. This is just from the discussions that I have had. And it's only last 5 days. So I don't know enough about this. I'm calling it and I'm just giving an opinion based on what I'm saying. And I could also be wrong. But if politicians are surface learners, because they could be. There could be someone else behind them. And if the media is also surface learners, because there's someone else behind them, I don't know who this X person is or these X people are, feeding information. So they're feeding them information to reproduce and then follow a process. And then they're feeding these guys information to reproduce and follow a process. But these policies, these things, cost of living pressures going up. How much more can these guys take? How much more can they take before something really disastrous has happened? And I am hoping politicians out there understand this, that something, again, I'm not sure, it's only a small sample, but I hope they understand what they're doing out there. And I hope the Reserve Bank understands what they're doing out there, because they're talking, again, I haven't done enough research. I can't say that I've explored this well enough, but even the Reserve Bank, I hope they're taking this stuff into consideration, because if they're not, it's very cruel what you're doing. We're talking serious anxiety and depression that's caused by the financial stress that you have caused and that you have created. Here's why it's important to become a deep learner. This is why it's important, because deep learners, what happens is, what do we do as deep learners? We solve problems. We apply our knowledge to our goals. We explore. We discover. And what happens is we take control of our lives, and through that process, we also fail. And we also make mistakes. And we also take risks. Now I'm taking risks now because I don't have a lot of evidence, apart from the 27 people that I spoke to say that this is happening right across the board. And I hope it's not happening right across the board, because if it is, the problem is a lot of people are scared to speak as surface learners because they don't know enough. And they're also becoming, and one person said to me the other day, and I don't know what political philosophy he is, I have no idea, but he said, I'm scared to speak up. I'm scared to make a complaint because I don't know what these guys are going to do. I don't know what they can do to me. That's scary. And that's very, very devastating. And I hope that what we need in this world right now is a lot of deep learners. We want deep learners, not surface learners. We want deep learners to explore, to discover, to reflect. We want deep learners to utilize their feelings and emotions so they can utilize those experiences to develop, to grow, to find a new calling, to find a new goal. Because deep learners will question them, we'll question the media, we'll question the politicians, we'll question the Reserve Bank, we'll question everyone. Because at the end of the day, we the people control everything. Let's not forget, it is the people. We the people control this. We tell them what to do. And if these guys are not up to the game, if these guys are not deep learners, and again, I don't know this, but if their policies are causing a lot of financial stress and a lot of anxiety, that is a problem. And this is why we need more time than ever before. And in any time that we need more deep learners. We need deep learners to start exploring, to start discovering, to start asking questions, to start learning. And when we're applying this knowledge and we're trying to solve more problems and then more problems after that. I don't know, and I don't think it's malice, but I don't know whether the media is the media we've had in the past, where it's just questioning everything. I remember the media used to question everything, used to explore everything, never took anyone's word. You know, and I'm assuming, let's assume politicians are honest, but maybe they don't know. Maybe they actually don't know because they're surface learners. Maybe they're being fed information and specific information, but they're not getting the whole information because they don't have the time to discover and to reflect. But it doesn't matter because their policies are having a massive effect on people. And if the majority of people are surface learners, we don't know why they're feeling like this. And so this week I was really, really happy. I was really happy that I had 27 people take on my course, and I'm gonna make sure that each and every one of those 27 people changes their life and becomes deep learners. And then I'll keep monitoring that. because I believe these deep learning practices are not my practices, they're practices that were shown to me really, really work. But if we get a population full of deep learners, where not only you increase your market value and then help your financial situation because you become more valuable in the market, if that is connected, if financial stress is connected to anxiety and depression, and I'm not saying it is, but if it is, that will alleviate a lot of that. So not only will your brain be fighting for its calling and its purpose, not only will you become more valuable in the market because you will grow and develop and expand your brain into different areas, but hopefully we can get to reduce your anxiety and depression. And I'm not here, I've never said here, I've never advertised that this course will help you with your anxiety and depression. I've got no idea. These are practices that were shown to me that changed my brain, that enabled me to understand how my brain works and functions, enabled me to tap into other areas of my brain with feelings and emotions. So I'll be monitoring this, but I do believe that the world now needs more deep learners than ever before, because we now need to keep an eye on the politicians and the media, because no one else is.